With it. It was all my mom and my sisters. I tried to make one recommendation and it got vetoed, and it was only the color. But I'm grateful because it came out amazing. We have the Elia here. It's a tattoo I have on my wrist, matching with my mom. My mom's is in my handwriting, and this is in her handwriting, and I have it right here as well. I have the "I love you for infinity." It's a family tattoo. I'm very involved in the deaf community. My grandmother's deaf, was a principal at the California School for the Deaf. And then I also have LKF on the back of it. And that's something from my dad and my father's side of the family. It means lay low, keep firing.
I simply can't be bothered, which is why the NBA is so weak right now. They're very soft soy boys, Teletubby bunnies, and they're dressed in feminine blouses. He's trying his hardest to be a bad beast, so bad that he showed up to the NBA draft looking like his mother. If this little outfit was made for Coach Carter, then fine, I'll get it. This is Coach Carter's style, but a man looking all dainty is just not the business, sir. I command you to donate this outfit to Coach Carter and fire your mother and your sister as well, because this is a direct reflection of how your life decisions will proceed going forward. You can't even express your own opinions about your own image, which is controlled by some women who are feminizing him.
This is my draft outfit. I had absolutely nothing to do with it. It was all my mom and my sisters. I tried to make one recommendation and it got vetoed.
No, sir. This is not a good look, and it was also a horrible look for him to explain the entire incident all night long on the red carpet. You sound like your mother and sister have been hitting on you for a while, and you look like a guy's little girlfriend.
It was all my mom and my sisters. I tried to make one recommendation and it got vetoed.
I think Brittany Griner is more manly than this little Pop-Tart right here. I don't know, Brittany, but you might be right because this is how delicate the NBA draft is these days. I know I couldn't stand it when she said she could play in the NBA with the men, but today I got to give it to Brittany, or Britton, whatever she wants to be called.
I do my makeup for work. Very demure, very mindful.
I mean, really, when I saw this and heard him talk about how his mother and sister forced him to do something and he was unable to speak up because they essentially beat him down and made him stop talking. He repeated this story on the red carpet that night, feminizing him as if he was telling the NBA that he could be his ideal princess. I was completely appalled, so while everyone else was talking about a ton of other things, this was probably the most annoying aspect of the draft, the ongoing emasculation of men.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't even know, man. My mind everywhere right now, man.
And even though this particular one was intriguing, they made sure to aim the camera directly at him and make him cry over his mother and the impoverished island existence he had spent 7 years without power, asterisk.
Nights, I'm telling you, I lived off a generator. I ain't had no electricity. I lived off a generator for 7 years. Man, seeing what she had to go through to feed us, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't even know, man. My mind everywhere right now, man.
This is what they bring up, saying, oh, we got this big old 6-foot jumbo whatever giant crying like Tickle Me Elmo. It sounds like a pretty traumatic life. You stand 10 toes down like a man sitting up here snotting and crying in front of these people, allowing them to break you down. Like, go cry with your family or in your personal space, but don't get your big old butt on TV and stutter like this. Look, I don't care how much emotion is building up inside of you or what country you are from.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but I don't even know, man.
They put the camera in front of them to weep for their mother, but when you have a guy whose father is entirely to blame for his genes and whose name is a legend in his own right who played in the NBA, they just encourage him to disparage and treat his father disrespectfully.
The most iconic NBA names here, but tell me, what do you do better than your dad?
Everything. I mean, my dad was definitely was a great player. I mean, my dad scored the ball, passed the ball, played defense, but I think I like to always have the utmost confidence in myself, so I'm just saying I'm a little better at everything than him, except for jumping. He might have jumping over me. Okay. But besides that, I got myself.
It's obvious that it's acceptable to trash talk your dad, even though his work and DNA are the reason you're standing up there with your big, old, goofy, disrespectful self. However, people are also tired of the NBA's gentrification, as they've been drafting a lot of immigrants for years, completely changing the league and replacing all the Americans at the same time. You know, everyone is trained to expect a good traumatic struggle story, and let's face it, a lot of people can't stand it when these guys can enter a room with a straight back and a high head. If they're not crying and pleading on their knees, the media and the fans won't like them. This clip is currently making the rounds on social media. It's when Toronto selected Kylan Murray-Boyles of South Carolina in the draft.
The University of South Carolina.
Kylan Murray-Boyles.
Fans feel that he was not pleased with the choice and that he somehow refused to travel to Toronto. Social media users claimed that he cursed and was fined $25,000 for it. Wait, you're telling me that this man was fined $25,000 for his?
Wait, you're telling me this guy got fined $25,000 for his actions after he got drafted? Oh my gosh, look at this. Watch right here as he gets up, continues to shake his head, then utters a cuss word under his breath. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Though some people were complaining about his white girlfriend, the NBA clarified that there was a misunderstanding and that he did not curse or receive a $25,000 fine. Chloe, on the other hand, is a star basketball player at South Carolina and was one of Dawn Stahl's girls' 2024 NCAA champions. You may recall that year that South Carolina went undefeated and prevented Caitlin Clark from winning the championship in her final season at Iowa. Both of them appeared uneasy, and it was clear that Chloe did not want all that attention.
University of South Carolina.
Kylan Murray-Boyles sharing this moment with his mom, Yvonne, his dad, Sean, his brother, James, who was a standout at UNC Pembroke and plays overseas now. And of course, a hug now with Chloe Kitts, his girlfriend and South Carolina star.
Put them back in the trenches.
The University of South Carolina.
It's really not even a problem that they don't come from poverty. The problem is that all these are Nepo babies. Then they go and play for these elite basketball circuits, and it's creating a Nepo baby to NIL pipeline. By the time these get to draft night, they already millionaires. And then they get shit like this with Ace Bailey. So not saying I want them starving, but we're a few years away from this draft class coming into the league. Then the sport will be over for good.
Are we seeing how these guys are reacting to the NBA draft? People are visibly upset. The draft used to be something we happily watched, and you could just see the joy on these people's faces. Now the majority of these guys are just kind of like, yeah, I didn't want to go there. You didn't have a choice. And for you to resonate in layman's terms, that's like you applying to 100 jobs and then the hiring manager calling you from one of those jobs saying, hey, you got the job, and you dropping the F-bomb saying, wasn't my top choice. You was looking for a job, so take the job. And that's the thing. That's what happens when you watch these privileged boys hop on these platforms. They don't know how to act. The entitlement is just jumping out, and they start getting choosy. Back in my day, when I was younger, people were fasting and praying.
I ain't gonna cap. I don't care who get upset by this, but basketball is a rich man's sport now, because the way these kids are acting on this draft night is insane. Like, they got, like, I remember LeBron and Zion Williamson and buku other players crying, bawling their eyes out on TV. And then you got these other kids saying, drafted to the Raptors. And to be honest, they seem more interested in their suits or their chains.
The 2025 NBA Finals received the lowest audience for the series since 2007, and the 2004-25 regular season witnessed a 2% decrease in viewership compared to the previous year. Ultimately, NBA ratings have definitely decreased. Of course, there are many reasons for that, but we cannot deny that there is a problem. Fans aren't connecting with these players the way they used to, the star power isn't there, and Adam. If you think you're just going to keep replacing Black American men like nobody can see what's going on, you have another thing coming too. Let's start the conversation, and let me know what you think below. I want to thank everyone who supports this channel. You can show your support as well. Ladies, if you want a balanced analysis of the truth from a female perspective, you are going to want to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like and share, ladies.